Hey guys, this is Serenity here. I just wanted to make another video. I think we're going to try to do this as regularly as possible. I'm excited for it, and I hope that you guys are too. I'm new to Hex. I think I made my first stake on day 550, and it's day, what, 627 now? 628, something like that. I'm not quite sure. So it's been a little bit longer than it feels like it has. Actually, time's been flying by, especially this last week, man. I know you guys are seeing the charts. It's insane. First, I want to start off by saying thanks to everyone out there. You guys kind of started this way before I got here and paved the way for me, and I'm grateful to Kinetics for allowing me to use the platform to share my message. And I'm grateful, obviously, to Richard Hart for making the darn product that's in the process of changing my life. I'm going to do the best I can to kind of take after Wales only and specifically choose words that have a meaningful impact because I do not want to get the message twisted. There is a very, very, very simple plan that I implemented that put me in the position to be successful even at the crab level, small fry. Before I was a shrimp, now I'm a crab. I know that doesn't sound like a whole lot of growth to some of the OGs, but if you're in a similar position to me with a small salary, a wife, 3 kids, mortgage payments, credit card debt, all this stuff going on, um, the gains that I've experienced have been life changing. Not because I've got cash in my pocket that I can spend, but because it's changed my mentality and the way that I think about money. Okay? And so what I want to do in this video, unlike the last where it was like an introductory thing, is go over a few of like the spots that I bought in, how I knew to buy there. I'm going to go over how I'm doing in collecting T-shares, a roundabout kind of way to talk about my gains without, blowing my cover too much. I'm putting my face on the internet, so obviously OPSEC isn't the tightest, but then we're going to move into talking about like the mental aspect of the process of evolving into a person that operates with purpose instead of existing. Okay. And then I'm going to go into like, some tips and tricks and things that I did to free up cash flow to put into Hex. And that is a big one because up until this point, I didn't even know nothing about no cash flow. I went to work, I got my check, I spent my check. That's it. I ain't talking about no savings. The savings was automatic. It was a 401k at work that I would worry about later. That's the savings. No rainy day fund, none of that stuff. So we're going to cover it all. First and foremost, like I mentioned before, we're going to get into these buys. The very first buy I did was accidentally on May 31st. And I say accidentally because I didn't know the power of what I had just done. I had like just a little bit of leftover money, this, that, and the other, and I was searching for a way to make my money back that I was going to give my dad to help my brother's funeral that I lost trading a few months prior. It was eating me up. I was almost divorced. I was depressed. I was a deep, dark funk for months. It really messed me up. So when I finally came back to the table, we're in Tennessee at the wife's. Get this, wife's mom's long lost sister's wedding vow renewal. I said, you know what? I got to get that money back. I got to change my life for my family. I want to be balling like all these people that I'm around. Did the search, found a YouTube video about the next Binance Smart Chain gym pumping, blah, blah, blahs. And that dude in that comment, he said, you guys are retarded. Don't you know Richard Hart's building Pulse? And I said, well, what's Pulse? And the first thing I learned about was Pulse Chain. And I said, oh, man, I can get in like on some Ethereum kind of stuff before, anybody else. I need to buy this Hex stuff to get it. And so I dumped all my money, no more research, $1,100, and I got 20,000 Hex on that day. Crazy. I didn't know it was going to pump and never be back there again. Like, it was kind of like I was just, man, that guardian, like an angel, was in that YouTube chat. Anyway, watching technical analysis videos, I saw that some people saying Hex flips old resistance to new support. and I saw that boom, 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 we had a bunch of resistance here. So if we ever dip back down to it and then found another green candle, that's probably the support. And so we bought there. And then this little hammer, I guess this is called a hammer. Somebody said, if you ever see like a hammer, like that means it's like a bullish thing. So buy, if you see a hammer, I bought here. Then again, I actually, to be honest, I bought here in this dip, but I didn't get like the dippity dip. I got it at like 12 or so. And then I bought again up here at about 15. I think on Sunday is what that was, because one of my tips on the weekend, gas fees get cheap, even with this new Ethereum stuff. You do it like 3 a.m. on a Sunday, like for some reason gas is pretty cheap. So I have now implemented buying Hex on Sundays to save as much as I can on gas fees. Regardless of what the charts do now, it's just a regular savings thing for me. 2 Sundays a month. Now I want to get into the mentality of how I got to the place where I could afford to buy Hex without increasing my income. First thing, I had to, I'm going to be a little bit blunt. I had to shut up, quit thinking I know everything, become willing to learn. I had to admit that I was horrible with money. I had no idea what the freak I was doing. I didn't learn about it. I'm not doing it right. I suck. But there's a whole community with a collective conscience that is more powerful than my past experience. And I need to put faith in that community and their experiences, because their experiences made them millionaires. Their experiences got them to invest in things that made them thousands of percent returns. My experience made me broke. All right, I don't know it all. I need to shut up and learn. First thing. Second thing when it comes to mentality is to manage my expectations. Up until I met Hex, I thought you spend a couple $100, you buy a coin, it pumps, you make millions, and then you're done. That's the wrong expectation. The real people in crypto that make money are the people that hold. And it's that realization and the management of expectation that led me to the third most powerful thing, and that's the power of delayed gratification, and taking ownership from personal experience, obviously. The delayed gratification thing was so powerful to me. At first, when I heard it, I said, that's stupid. I can't wait 15 years on my money. I need my money now. Okay, I got bills. I got food I need to buy. I got school clothes I need to buy. I got a mortgage payment. I got these car payments, credit, all this, blah, blah, blah. I can't wait. I need my money now. Delayed gratification is bull stuff. It's only for rich people. Not true. Rich people get rich because of delayed gratification. Okay? And I'm going to go into how that's helped me save money, delayed gratification, in real life, at the ground level, boots on ground, broke, paycheck to paycheck, little crab pleb, delayed gratification. Okay? Next thing was don't compare yourself to others. That's a big mental thing for me. Trying to keep up with the Jones will get you wrecked every time if you're not the Joneses. You know what I'm saying? I used to spend money I didn't have to impress people I didn't even know. Well, that's ridiculous. That doesn't even make any sense now that I think about it now in hindsight. And this is all realizations that as a well-established adult I should have already had, but I wasn't taught in school, I didn't learn, whatever, I wasn't exposed to it. And the Hex community exposed me to it. So this life-changing money, this life-changing wealth, this life-changing experience I'm talking about is not only of a monetary now value, but of a fundamental thought process, conversion from a consumer to a producer. Okay? I don't want to just consume. I want to provide value. That's my new thing. And that's why I'm trying to do these videos. If there's anybody at my level that I can help or will hear my message and have their lives changed or be moved to make better decisions, that's what I'm on. It's no longer about me. It's the craziest thing I've ever experienced. I can't explain it. At any rate, so what are the things I'm doing that help me manifest those thought processes into real life action? Well, one of the things I've been doing here recently is what I like to call the 7-day rule. I think there's like a really big, long, drawn-out one. It's like a 30-day rule. But typically, now that Hex is on the mind, it only takes me about 7 days to come to my senses. So I'll say the 7-day rule. I got something I want to buy. I think about it for 7 days. I consult my wife. And after 7 days, it still seems like a good idea. I might pull the trigger after calculating in my head based off the charts, logarithmic pattern. What will the money I spend on this item today be worth in a year? Do I really need it that bad? Or would I rather have the gains in the future? I think the future me would probably like 100 of those items instead of just the current me having one, right? The next thing I had to do is I had to let go of useless possessions. My house was full of shit I don't use. Full of it. So what I do? Start selling it. Offloading the useless junk. We're selling it and I'm converting that into economic energy that I can put in Pulse, i.e. garage sale. I heard somebody, at the time I was complaining, hey, I spent my whole dry powder. I don't have any money. I want to make some money so I can, how do I get some, how do I, somebody please tell me. And then somebody said, man, why don't you think for yourself, bro? You got all kinds of freaking crap. Why don't you sell some of it? And I said, oh my gosh. Spent $2.50 on flyers and made $250 on a garage sale. I can let you know where that money went. Next thing that I did is I got my family involved because it wasn't just me. You know, I've got a family of consumers, right? My children are being groomed to be employees and consumers. I had to take responsibility as the head of my household to educate my family and set them on the right track. And so we got linked up with my wife and my kids. And as a direct result of getting them on board, I was able to exercise the next couple of things we're going to talk about, which is cutting back. If you can't increase your income because you're a high school dropout, washed up army dude like me, then you need to decrease your spending. It's simple, right? It didn't make no sense to me at first. It's I started thinking about it. I was like, oh, if you can't get more money, just spend less. That makes sense, right? Fuck it. So here we go. Cut out all my subscriptions. So I like anime. I had subscriptions for anime. We had Hulu. We had Showtime. We had this. We had that. We had this. We cut all those individual subscriptions and just got one that's got a multitude of them combined, which saved us about $50 a month. And then I cut out cable, which saved me about $70 a month. Convincing the kids we don't need cable was not difficult. They consume all their entertainment on their phones with YouTube and these different streaming services anyway. Didn't even use cable. Why was I paying for it? Okay. Another thing I did that my wife started doing as well is we quit buying lunch every day, like at work, going out for lunch, and we bargain shop for groceries and then take our lunch to work. And that saved me $100 a month personally from what just I spend on my credit card for lunch. Okay, it saved her a bunch of money, and also the act of packing our lunches for the day together in the morning has been like a moment me and my wife can share, and we really enjoy it, and it's helped our relationship. The last and final thing I'll leave you with, because I don't want to make this too long, and obviously, like I said, this is not financial advice. It's things I did to put me in the position to get 3 months of salary in gains in just 3 months off a shoestring budget. Is I reduced my 401k contributions at work and diverted that percentage into Hex. It's about another $100 a month. So altogether, of just my own money, I'm not talking about what my wife's doing or none of that stuff. I, without making extra money, was able to free up $310 a month that I can use to buy Hex. And I know a lot of you guys are thinking, wow, $310 isn't a lot. Well, on a $30,000 yearly salary, that's a big chunk, man. You know what I'm saying? For me to spend every month on savings personally, in addition to 401k contributions, my ability to delay gratification and give up some stuff now for a better future later has also given me the ability to afford paying my bills easier with more breathing room and increase my savings. I mean, it's a no-brainer, guys. The most powerful thing you can do is delayed gratification and take ownership of your actions and your situation, admit defeat, and listen to those that are smarter than you and follow the path laid before you that was trudged by those that went before you. It's freaking simple. That's what I did. And so I'm not preaching from a pulpit or anything. Like I said, I'm still a broke boy, but I'm starting to get gains, and I was able to stack 3 T-shares, man. 3 T-shares in 3 months is a big feat for me. I'm not lying to you. Absolutely insane. It's paying me trustless interest, and all I had to do was cut out some stuff that was taking money from me and not putting nothing in my pockets. I was literally um, spending money on liabilities. I had no assets. Now I got assets. I guess my house is kind of a weird one, right? Anyway, I don't know. I'm not a financial guru or none of that stuff, but I'm telling you, if you shut up and open your ears, take responsibility for your situation, and you formulate a plan of action based on delayed gratification and execute it with discipline, you will find the desired results. And I'm living proof of that. It don't take $1 million to get gains, man. Starts with the mindset. And that's the Serenity Sunday. That's my little message this time around. We're doing all right. Depression's gone. I, I can't explain to you how Hex has changed my life. Thank you guys so much, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.